Good evening, everybody. I'm going to do a video response to Asherrsmoore, and I am truly sorry that your sister got bullied so badly that she felt that she had to commit suicide. As I have said in previous videos, if you commit suicide, then you send the message that these bullies had enough control over your life that they caused you to commit suicide. And that's a message you don't want to send to any bully. Because if they get the idea that they can do that to you, then they're going to do it to other people. It's just inevitable. And you don't want somebody to keep bullying person after person after person to death, do you? Of course not. Now, the thing is, then you have the other side of the flip coin, where somebody is getting bullied so bad that they pack a pistol or a rifle and they come to school and they shoot up the bullies. Now the message you're sending is that bullies had enough control over you that it caused you to shoot them. Now, do you want that message sent to them? Absolutely not. Because if they survive that kind of an attack, they're going to get in their thick heads that they can control people like that. And they'll try to control people the rest of their lives, which will either get them killed or get somebody else killed, but somebody it's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad. So how do you deal with bullies like this? Well, number one, pay absolutely no attention to what they're saying to you. Okay? If you'll remember the movie Rush Hour, this was the one with Jackie Chan, and I forget who the other guy was, but, Chris Carter. That was who it was. Chris Carter, Jackie Chan. And in the one scene, the very first Rush Hour movie, in the one scene, Jackie Chan was telling Chris Carter that he allowed people to speak to see how dumb they really were. Let them speak, because it's just showing their stupidity. Listen, people will either be your friend or they won't be your friend. They'll either believe them or they'll believe you, and you can't control their thoughts. Okay? But there are going to be some people in the world that can be smart enough to realize who these dumbbells really are. And then they're going to say, I don't want to be friends with these kind of people, because these kind of people are going towards a dead-end street, and I don't want to follow them. And those people really will be your friend. Your real friends will be the ones that will ignore those bullies and be your friend anyway. And if they believe the bullies, they never were your friend in the first place. That's the way it works. Now that's step number one. Step number two is this. Watch my YouTube channel. You say, why should we watch you? Okay. If you will go to my main channel page, and you will go down through all those playlists, and you're going to find a whole ton of educational videos. Now here's what's going to happen to you if you watch all of them. And I'm going to be posting more and more periodically as time goes on. First, you're going to have things to talk about, so you're going to have more social interaction. Number two, you're going to have drawing abilities that nobody else has. Well, they could have them, they just don't watch my channel, they don't acquire it for themselves. Number three, it will make you more linguistically clerical, which is a good thing. It will make you more analytical in thinking. You're going to be able to discern a good person from a bad person, because you're going to be able to judge their character more clearly. Now, that's not true in every single case, but most of the time you're going to judge whether somebody is a good person or they're just downright rotten to the core. You're going to be able to ascertain that most of the time just by watching my videos and become a more analytical thinker. That's the way it works. Okay? And there are so many other benefits. The biggest one is that if you learn enough material from me, then they start placing you in higher academic courses. Now, a school bully, 99% of the time, is not going to try to achieve what you're trying to achieve. There are a few real nasty bullies that will go to the extreme effort of learning what you're learning to try to keep up with you. But 99% of the time, that's going to be a lot of effort, and they don't want to go to it. Only if they are really super determined are they ever going to follow in your footsteps. So, much of the time, whoever's bullying you will be left in one classroom while you go to another one. You may still be in the same school building, but you'll be in one classroom and he'll be in another. And thus you'll put some distance between yourself and him. And the less he sees of you, the less likely he'll pay attention to you, and he'll start targeting somebody else. And that's his problem, and that's the problem of the person being targeted. That's no longer your concern. The only thing you can do in that situation is to make sure that whoever this guy now targets, because he's not targeting you anymore, you tell them about my YouTube channel and let them come out of that situation on their own. And I will continue posting videos until you can put distance between yourself and the bully. And if you need to talk to me about that, you go right ahead. Now, the last thing I want to say is this. They tell you to go see an adult when you're getting bullied. I hate to tell you this, but there are several adults in this world that could give a rat's behind about you being bullied. There are some teachers that don't give a care. There are some parents that don't give a care. There are even some counselors that don't give a care. They're in it for the paycheck. They don't give a rat's behind what happens to you. As long as they're getting their paycheck, that's just your problem. So let me tell you this. If you go to X and Y adult, and X and Y adult absolutely does nothing for you, 1, don't ever trust them again. 2, know they're rotten to the core. And 3, come to this channel and start talking to me, because I do give a rat's behind what happens to you, and I don't want to see anything bad happen to you. So you contact me, and we'll get you educated enough where you can leave that bully far, far behind. You have my personal guarantee on this. Alright? And I am on this channel 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just flip my videos on and you can watch me over and over again. Alright? And I will take you on a mental direction that will cause you to go one path while the bully goes a different path. You have my word on that. Well, having said all of this, I will tell you folks of fond adieu. I hope everybody has a happy 4th of July. I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.